Today we're taking a look at these NBA matches, which are happening on Monday, December 6, 2021, and giving you top 3 betting predictions on the NBA games that are going to happen tonight. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 270 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting advice that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advice. Our first game will be Denver Nuggets vs Chicago Bulls. Pick Bulls minus 4.5, and here is why. The Nuggets have shown an ability to rise up and beat strong competition, but this will just be too much of a challenge on the road against a far more well-rounded Bulls team. As long as DeRozan and Lavin keep scoring at this level, Chicago has the ability to beat anyone, and the injury-riddled Nuggets just don't have the firepower to keep up. After hitting a slight skid near the end of November, the Bulls are back to looking like a major contender and picked up a huge win at Brooklyn over the weekend in a battle of the East's top 2 teams. Brooklyn had a narrow lead for much of the game, which stretched to 71-60 midway through the third, but Chicago opened the fourth on a 13-4 run and led 92-86 with 7 minutes left, and the Nets could never quite recover. Denver takes a ton of threes, but is struggling to find consistent perimeter shooting, as missing the combined 41 points per game from Murray and Porter Jr. has obviously hurt, with the depth also getting decimated. That has led to some middling overall stats for the Nuggets offense, which is 16th in rating and doesn't do much on the glass or at the free throw line. It's been an uneven season so far for the injury-riddled Nuggets, but they showed what they are capable of when flying on all cylinders by hammering the Knicks over the weekend. The Nuggets were steady throughout the first half en route to building a 60-49 lead at the break, and the rout was on in the third quarter, with Denver putting together a 23-8 run. Chicago is far too consistent to lose this game and is a legitimate contender with a number 9 offensive rating and number 6 defensive rating in the NBA. Denver will struggle to score here, and the Bulls have enough firepower at home to crack the tough Nuggets defense. Cleveland Cavaliers vs Milwaukee Bucks. Take Milwaukee Bucks to cover the spread. Giannis Antetokounmpo is listed as questionable to play in this game, along with Grayson Allen and George Hill. And of course, Brook Lopez is still sidelined after undergoing back surgery. Just from the injury front, things seem to be looking good for the Cavs. But man, Sunday's loss to the Jazz was brutal. It was a tough road loss that came down to a potential game-winning shot that whiffed for Darius Garland and company. Now, they'll have to travel to the East Coast in the immediate aftermath of that performance and face the defending champion Bucks the next night. I'll take it a step further and say the Heat were even more banged up than the Bucks in that 124-102 loss. So it wasn't a game you could put in the big win column with Giannis Antetokounmpo. Whew, that's tough. Even if Antetokounmpo doesn't play, the combination of Chris Middleton and Jrue Holiday is going to be a problem for this Cavs team. The Bucks didn't win a championship on being a top-heavy team solely dependent on stars. This is a well-rounded Milwaukee team with depth and the ability to play well at both ends of the floor. The streak might have ended for the Cavs, but in a strange way, Sunday's loss to the Utah Jazz still sort of feels like a win for them. It took 23 pointers from the Jazz and a 35-point performance from Donovan Mitchell to beat Cleveland 109-108. Darius Garland had a chance to hit a game winner, but it wasn't the Cavs' night. Garland is the real deal in Cleveland, but honestly, I'm not sure how much longer they can keep the offensive carpet ride going. This Bucks team is built to win in a defensive slugfest, which is what I'm expecting this game to end up being. The Cleveland Cavaliers take aim at the defending champion Milwaukee Bucks at the Fiserv Forum to kickstart the week on Monday. Good things seem to be happening in Believeland, with the Cavs picking up 4 straight wins before falling in a heartbreaker to the Utah Jazz. They still manage to cover at home as 4.5-point dogs, while the Bucks cruise to a 124-102 win over the Miami Heat. I'm taking Milwaukee. Quick reminder, BetUS is a platform that offers betting on all major sport and horse racing leagues. It has slots, table games, blackjack, and a variety of other casino games. All of the major US leagues are available for betting, including the NFL, NBA, NHL, MLB, and PGA. In addition, BetUS allows wagers on esports, Olympic events, soccer, cricket, boxing, cycling, and many more competitions. Join BetUS now using our link down below and get 125% cashback bonus on your first deposit on the sportsbook after you open an account and deposit using our link and use our promo code HIGHSTAKES. Los Angeles Clippers vs Portland Trail Blazers. Go with Los Angeles Clippers to cover this spread. Portland's backcourt could be in shambles by the time this game kicks off on Monday. Damian Lillard is out of action with an abdominal injury, and CJ McCollum is questionable with a rib issue. To make matters worse, the strongest part of this Clippers team right now is their backcourt with Paul George and Reggie Jackson leading the team in scoring. The injury gods are hitting hard and heavy on the Trailblazers right now. Star guard Damian Lillard was already sidelined with an abdomen injury, and now, the team could be without their other star guard, CJ McCollum, who injured his ribs in the team's 145-117 blowout loss to the Boston Celtics. They'll both have big nights against a Trailblazers team that won't be able to hold its own defensively. Opposing teams are averaging 48% shooting against Portland this season. And that's just a percentage from the floor in general. That perimeter defense is an accident waiting to happen. Good things seem to happen whenever the Clippers can get their offense going. That has been the case for them in 2 of their last 3 games against the Trailblazers. It wasn't the case in Saturday's 104-99 loss to the Sacramento Kings. No team is allowing a higher three-point shooting percentage to opponents, 38.9, than the Trailblazers. This Clippers team is obviously missing a key piece offensively with Kawhi Leonard still out, but they're still dangerous shooting from deep. In fact, they have the 4th best road three-point shooting percentage, 37.8, in the league right now. They'll feast beyond the arc against Portland. A meeting between struggling Western Conference teams will be in session when the Los Angeles Clippers make the trip out to Oregon for a tilt with the Portland Trail Blazers. The Clippers have run into a wall with the team suddenly losing 4 of their last 5 games, including a recent road defeat at the hands of the Sacramento Kings. The Clippers are 3-7 in their last 10 games. They have not been winning games despite having Paul George is averaging 25.1 points per game, the 10th best in the league. They are still without Kawhi Leonard and Jason Preston, and also Have Nicole is bottom-listed as a game-time decision for this matchup. They have some tough games coming up, and it is still unknown when Leonard will be back, so they need to figure out how to win and at least get in the playoffs and hope for Leonard's return. The Trailblazers have been without Damian Lillard since November 29th, and it has been showing. They have lost 2 of their last 3 without him and 5 of their last 6 overall. They also have Anthony Simonson Nasser Little listed as out and McCollum listed as questionable. Lillard and McCollum are the Trailblazers' 2 leading scorers, and without them, they are going to have a hard time winning games, specifically this one against the 4th best defense in the league. I'm rolling with the Clippers in this one.